this video, we're going to talk about FTP. We're going to talk about what it is, and we're going to talk about a couple of options that you can use to actually complete the process of FTP. But first of all, before we get into that, we need to talk about what FTP is and talk about some definitions here. Now, to define FTP, it stands for File Transfer Protocol. The main keywords there are file transfer. File transferring is what's important to get your files that are on your computer and get them over to your server. All right? So we typically think of the definition of being a bridge between your computer and your website that's on the internet. Remember, I purchased a domain name in a previous video. I'm going to have to get files to that domain name, or else it's just going to be blank. So the way I get the files to that domain name, which is going to reside on my server, which I'm going to cover in the next video, the way of getting those files there is through an FTP program. All right? So there's a couple types of FTP software pieces that I like to consider the best. So let's get to FileZilla. Let's open up FileZilla so we can get there and talk about this. Now, FileZilla is a free file transfer protocol solution. Okay, so you can go to FileZilla-project.org, and there's links below this video that will get you right there. You're going to download the FileZilla client right here, and you'll get that installed right away. We'll talk about that in another video, getting all this set up. The process of installing this really isn't that important. I mean, it's pretty basic. You'll just download your file, and then you'll start to install it. You'll follow all the prompts. Now, the setting up of this is a little bit more complex, so we're going to focus some time on that. We're also going to cover Fire FTP. Now, Fire FTP is an add-on for Firefox. Firefox browser is the browser that I use most often. I use Fire FTP because to me it's the easiest way of sending my files from my desktop or my hard drive here on my computer over to my server. It's super simple to use. We'll cover how to set this one up as well. And when we get to that point, you'll see how it all works. Now, you can literally use Fire FTP. If you're, let's just say you're a Google browser or a Google Chrome browser user, and you're very comfortable with that, you can use Fire FTP just for this reason. So you can open up your Firefox browser, set it up, use the file transfer protocol, and you're done with it. Okay? It's just something that I like to use, and in this video series, I want to make things the easiest possible, and those are the shortcuts that I've figured out over the years. Okay? As you start to learn how to do all of these steps on your own, you're going to find that there's software programs and tools that you like to use in preference to others. So I just wanted to cover these two that we're going to be getting into in a little bit further detail down the road right here when we talk about downloading and installing your FTP programs. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and leave it at that. And just remember, File Transfer Protocol is a bridge between your computer and your website on the internet. Without that bridge, we can't get those files over to your domain name. So we want to make sure we have those all set up, and we're able to use our FTP a little bit later, because in the next video, we're going to talk about web hosting. Once we have our web hosting, then it's time to start sending some files over to set up our business, our website. All right, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.